Hello, everyone. This is Mr. Joe of Mr. Joe Comments. The title of today's video is Louisiana Impeach These Judges. And right before I made this video, I read on the news an event which has a not has a direct impact on this video, but which is related to the content of this video. I remember, and let me read it so I get it correctly. Representative Randy Fine, who is a Republican from Louisiana, is filing a resolution to remove U.S. District Judge Charles Breyer from the bench. Breyer, Breyer. It's probably pronounced the same as Breyer's ice cream. He filed this resolution because Charles Breyer was the judge in California who ruled that Donald Trump did not have the right to bring in the National Guard. Now, this decision was overturned about 3 hours later by a three-judge panel on the San Francisco Ninth Circuit Court of Appeals, which overturned his decision. Today's video. Why do I say Louisiana impeach these judges? Because several months ago, Louisiana passed a law requiring the Ten Commandments be posted in classrooms in the state. And first, a U.S. district judge ruled that it was unconstitutional. But the First Amendment says Congress shall make no law infringing on the right of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof. So what about the free exercise thereof? Doesn't that come into play? This was U.S. District Judge John D. Graveles, Gravelles. Louisiana took this, the Attorney General, they took this to court, to a three-judge panel in the Fifth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals. And three judges ruled that they had to remove the Ten Commandments. These three judges were Irma Carrillo Ramirez, James L. Dennis, and Katharina Haynes, Haynes. All of these judges I've mentioned, the U.S. District Judge and the three judges on the Fifth U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals, should be impeached. If you're in the state of Louisiana, you should contact your federal representative in the House of Representatives and ask for articles of impeachment to be brought against these judges. It then goes to the Senate, where it will be voted on if they're innocent or guilty. In other words, should they be removed or not? Now, this is important that all citizens who believe in the right of people to practice their religion, that you vote on these matters, not only vote for representatives who would like to see prayer be put back in schools, because that's the real problem, one of the real problems we're facing as America. There's so much violence and confusion. Since we took the prayer out in about 1963 in a case brought by Madalyn Murray O'Hair, every year violence has gone up. It's gone up, increasing chaos, confusion, and you have liberal Democrats blaming everybody else, the Christian right for infringing on their freedom. They want additional gun control, even though it's failed. Every time a gun control measure has been passed, it's failed to curb violence, but their answer is even more gun control. It's important for you, not only the citizens of Louisiana, but for the American people, to get active and vote for people who believe in religion. Excuse me a second. Not only for those legislatures who believe in religion, but who will actively practice Christian morals. And this is important because you can't separate politics from religion. Now, let me look at my notes. See, there's nothing I missed. Okay. You cannot separate a nation. What is a nation? A nation is a group of people living in a certain geographic boundary, but it's much more than that. They have a certain set of ideals in common. A while ago, a long time ago, I applied for a part-time job and the manager asked a group of us, where do laws come from? And most people sensed it wasn't coming from Congress or the legislature or governor bodies. I raised my hand. I was the only one that got it right. I said laws come from religion. We are not an atheist nation. No nation lives in a religious vacuum. And if it comes down to it, I would rather be a Christian than any other denomination on the planet, as I believe it has a better set of values. I'm not denigrating anybody, but India, I won't want to live there, as I think up until recently, I don't know if they changed, uh, they have undesirable laws if you're born in a certain caste, caste, and you have the ability, let's say, to become a doctor. But if you're born in a lower rank, you should not try to go to school and better yourself because you're born lowly, maybe to a man who is a garbage collector. See? So, not all nations have the same ideals, the same principles, the same politics, but it's vitally important for all American citizens. Contact your legislatures, tell them you want these judges impeached and removed. First, the citizens of Louisiana, you have to contact your U.S. House of Representatives and tell them you want articles of impeachment. Then write to the Senate and tell them you want these judges removed from the bench. And even if, like I said, even if it doesn't get to the Senate or they're found innocent, we put judges on notice that they're going to be held accountable. And this is the real crux of the matter. I'm going to be making many more interesting videos in the weeks and months to come. All American citizens who care about democracy and care about morals have to get involved because we can't keep going the next cycle between Republicans and Democrats. The Democrats are a party of chaos and destruction. They're pulling us down, just like the Nazi Party was lunatic with their policies of killing everyone. The Democratic Party's pulling us all down into a quagmire of insanity. They're lunatics. They want uh, illegal immigration, people coming into the country not vetted and then committing crimes. In Boulder, Colorado, you have that horrific display of a man throwing firebombs at people. Then we have people committing murders. We don't know who they are. So, everyone, all Americans, and I'm talking not only to all Americans, but to Christians too, you have to get involved in the political process. When I was younger, I thought it didn't matter, but I found out I was wrong. It matters very much. And we have to start voting for other candidates, Republicans, the Green Party, and perhaps I read a news article today where Elon Musk is starting a third party, the American Party, as an alternative to the Democrats and Republicans. I haven't checked this out, but this sounds promising and possibly exciting that we have another party and we could get away from these lunatics who are ruining the country with their insane policies. So that's my video for today. Let me look at my notes once again. See, there's nothing I skipped over. And that's basically it. Hope you had a happy 4th of July. This is Mr. Joe signing off.